Let's talk about a couple more points in the book because you go pretty heavy on these four favorite things, which are worry, fear, anxiety, and stress. And
Yeah.
it's something that anybody listening to us right now has probably experienced hours of it during the day. Again, back to the mobile phone, and we'll get to your thoughts on technology, is that they're
Yeah.
constantly beeping and buzzing and giving us clickbait to click on to get us stressed about events all around the world that probably have nothing to do with us. How do you get
Yeah.
people to think about these concepts, and how do you get your head around these concepts?
So for me, again, it goes back to the first part, our first interview, and also the first part of the book, where we talk about awareness in the mind and how we're not the mind, rather we're pure awareness moving through different areas of the mind. So to look at fear, to understand fear, we need to understand time. In a simplified view of time, we have the past, the present, and the future. You can't fear or worry anything in the past. It's already happened. There's nothing you can do about it. But you can worry about the consequences that may occur in the future. But fear is actually, and worry is actually future based. So for example, I gave a story in the book where my guru was 7 years old in 1934, and he was coming home in his family car in Lake Tahoe, and it was snowing really heavily. And he was really worried he was going to miss his favorite radio program. And he saw his awareness traveling into the future in his mind, creating a situation in his mind where the car got stuck in the snow and his father couldn't get it out and they missed their radio program. Then his awareness came back to the present and started worrying about this experience he conjured up in his mind. And that essentially is what fear and worry is. If you look at your life and you think about everything, you make a list of all the things you actually fear about and worry, you'll see they're all future based and you've conjured them in your head. In the eternity of the moment, as my guru says, I'm all right now. You're totally fine right now. All your fears and worries is future based. He's going to leave me. I think she doesn't like me. I think she's going to go with that guy instead of with me. I think my business is going to fail. It's all future based. Once you can control awareness in the mind, you can overcome fear and worry. But you need to understand the first part of awareness in the mind.
So next time you're feeling over anxious, scared, fear, and worry, you should first of all be aware of that, then realize that it's an awareness issue, realize that's all future based, and that it's probably overdone.
Yeah.
Now, at one point, can you take that to the extreme, or can you? Or then you don't worry about anything. Is that possible?
You can. So it's not like I don't worry about anything. So, I have this big project here in Costa Rica, and my awareness can go into the future and get concerned about something. Then what I do is I create a situation in the future that may be problematic. I bring my awareness back to the present, and then I go, how can I solve this? And that's the difference, right? So a lot of people allow the awareness to go into the future, create a problem, come back, and repeatedly worry about that problem located in the mind. I let my awareness go into the future, create a problem, come back, and now I solve it. So for example, I'm creating a restaurant. I let my awareness go into the future. I see 6 months from now on a Friday night, it's completely busy. Now I create a problem in the kitchen where there's a fire in the kitchen. And I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Busy Friday night. Awareness comes back to the problem and I go, okay, how am I going to solve this? Well, I need sprinkler system. I need fire extinguisher, 2 exits over here. Now I don't have to worry because now I created a solution for that problem. And that's the difference between worry and allowing awareness to repetitively go to the future into a problem and come back. That's worry and fear. Or creating a problem in the future, let awareness go there, identify that that's a potential problem, come back and create solutions for that. Okay. That's very different. That's not fear and worry.
Do you think some people are addicted to fear and worry, and there are dealers out there?
Absolutely.
Maybe they're called news sites. There are dealers in fear and worry, and people are addicted to it, right? Which is a strange phenomenon, to be addicted to something that's, well, bad for you. I guess that is an addiction, but yeah, maybe speak on that because it's a commodity these days, isn't it?
Yes, and if you broke the mind down into 3 parts, there's the intuitive part, which is the superconscious area of the mind. There's the subconscious, which is the intellectual area of the mind. And then there's the conscious mind, which is the instinctive area of the mind. And in the instinctive area of the mind, this is based on Hindu philosophy, in the instinctive area of the mind, the highest state of consciousness for the animal nature is fear. If you can keep your ball of light in the fear area of the mind, you have control over the animal. I don't know if you've ever been next to an elephant, it's huge, it's strong, it's tall. This is a strong beast. But I've traveled in Asia so much, and you have this scrawny little man sitting on the elephant that's ruling the elephant. You go like, how's that possible? Because he's put the fear of God in the elephant. He's beat it, he's hit it, he's stabbed it. The elephant's so afraid of this scrawny little man sitting on it that now this instinctive animal will just do whatever the scrawny man sitting on it tells it to do. So I feel the fear dealers that you talk about, the news sites, keep society in this instinctive area of this animal nature of the mind state of fear, because it's so much easier now to control the animal when they're afraid of you. As soon as they move from the animal nature to the intellectual nature, where they start reasoning and processing and thinking for themselves, then they go, right, hang on a second. I don't quite buy what you're trying to tell me. Now you have no control over them. Same thing religious organizations do too, Brian. I've been in the religious business for a long time. I sat on the other side of the altar more than I've sat on your side of the altar. And I've seen religious people, heads of churches and temples and synagogues, and do the same thing. Keep the congregation in the fear area of the mind so you can get them to do whatever you want. God will strike you down, Brian. I'm telling you that. So you must support my organization. You need to put money in the box. You need to do this. We need to do that. And then you control your congregation. It's been happening for hundreds of years.
I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?